Hey everyone, welcome to another session of CeerazzleDazzle Physics. In today's session, we're going to be talking about electrical power. So, let's define electrical power. Power in electrical circuits is going to be given by the current times by the voltage. So, here's our formula. P is equal to I times by V, where I stands for the current, V stands for the voltage, and P stands for power. Right, we need to know the units of each of these components. Current is going to be measured in amps, capital A. Voltage, capital V. Power in watts, capital W. Easy stuff. Solidify that in your mind. You need that for tackling questions. We'll do some examples in a moment. Right, the next thing is going to be this. How is electrical power related towards resistance? We've got another formula now. Power is equal to I squared R. First of all, I'm going to prove that. Where did I get this formula from? We know that power is equal to current times by voltage. Yes, we just did that. Yeah, a second ago. Actually, let's change the color of that. It's a bit dull. Let's go. Power is equal to current multiplied by voltage. We also know that voltage, if it obeys Ohm's law, is equal to current multiplied by the resistance. Now, using some algebra, let's try and substitute one into the other. So I'm going to replace this V over here and put it into there. So that becomes P is equal to I times by R. Make sure you can see why. The V is I times by R. That's why I replaced it over there. Therefore, in mathematics, that becomes power is equal to I squared R. That's how we get that formula. So here's another formula now. Yeah, put that into your mind, but you can prove that. It's quite an easy thing to do. Let's do the units. We have resistance. It's going to be ohms. I is still in amps. Power is still in capital W for watts, like the power of a bulb. Yes, so 10 watt bulb, 100 watt bulb. Okay, now test your understanding. A little bit of calculation. Always test your understanding. See if you can manipulate the equations. A filament bulb has a potential difference of 200 volts across it and a current of 0.2 amps running through it. What is the power of the filament bulb? Yes, what's the power? You have to write down the formula. It's going to be power is equal to current times by voltage. Step number one. Step number two, we substitute the values in. Power is equal to 0.2 amps times by 200 volts. So the answer, power is equal to 0.2 times by 200 equals 40 watts. Give yourself a tick for getting that right. So power is equal to 40 watts. Good stuff. Now, scrolling down, let's try another one. What resistance does a 25 watt light bulb have if 12.6 volts is applied to it? So a bit harder now. So you're asked to work out the resistance of a 25 watt bulb, and it has a potential difference of 12.6 volts. So the only two formulas you have are power is equal to I times by V, and power is equal to I squared times by R. Right, if you want to work out the resistance, it's only this formula. So we need this formula for the resistance. So let's try it then. So let's rearrange that. We know that R is therefore equal to power divided by I squared. Yeah, resistance is equal to power divided by I squared. So we've got the power, that's going to be over here. This is the power. Have we got the current? No. But I can use the first equation to find the current, then I can substitute it into this one over here. Yeah, so I can find the current from the first formula and substitute it into this one over here. So power, let's work out the current on this one. So current is equal to power divided by volume. The power is 25 watts, not volume, voltage, 12.6 volts. So we have 25 divided by 12.6. It's going to be, the current is going to be 1.98 amps. Yeah, 1.98 amps. So now I can use that in the other formula. Resistance is equal to the power, 25 watts, divided by I squared. I've just worked out I, it's 1.98. 1.98 squared. So let's square that. Yeah, and let's do 25 divided by that answer, I'm getting 6.35 ohms. Make sure you can do it. Don't just believe me doing it. Make sure you can take the values and do it yourself. And that's it for this lesson, I think. Yeah, it is. That's all I've done. Right, so summary. We have power is equal to current times by voltage, where P is equal to I times by V. We also know that power is equal to I squared R. We also know that power is measured in watts, capital W. Current is measured in amps, which is going to be capital A. Voltage is going to be measured in volts, which is capital V. And resistance is going to be measured in ohms, which is the symbol omega. Make sure you can manipulate these two formulas in the GCSE from one to the other. You might have to calculate something in one formula and use it in the second formula. And that's it for today. I shall see you next time for another session in GCSE physics. Goodbye.